A home inspection is not a pass or fail test. A home inspector will not grade the home as pass or fail. It is a visual inspection of major elements and systems in a home. It gives them more information about the home, what could be the possible short-term and long-term budgeting they need to do for possible repairs and so on. It is not a zoning or code compliance inspection. It certainly gives you a lot more information with a trained professional eye.
We're looking for, is there a health and safety issue? So it might be electrical, that we're not saying is against the electrical code, but it looks like it's a health and safety issue. We're like the GP, we're like the general doctor. You go in and you say, I'm getting old and I'm not feeling too good. And then he checks out your bones and then says, nope, you need to go to a specialist for further help or for a further checkout.
The top 5 components when doing a home inspection are the foundation, electrical, plumbing, attic ventilation, and the roof covering. All these components together make up the envelope of your house.
Common things we find in homes are, depending on the age of the home, it could be water penetration issues in any house. Secondly, could be electrical issues that are not up to standard and so on.
The time that I was in a house and I found an issue that everyone else had missed is when I was doing the inspection of the basement. Upon looking around the perimeter, I've noticed some water stains that were painted over on the trim. Painted trim is an indication that there was a past issue, and upon further evaluation there was a lot of moisture coming into that particular basement.
Everyone's going to have a little different format, but the bottom line is your home inspector should be, first of all, telling you what they can and can't do. It's called pre-inspection agreement. They should be explaining what is going to happen during the home inspection, what is the limitations that they can do.
When I perform a home inspection, I kind of have a routine that I personally do. When I show up to the house, I do a perimeter check around the exterior of the home. I go clockwise and counterclockwise. It gives me a different aspect of the exterior of the home. I'm up on my ladder checking the eaves, the roof, the chimney, even little things like bushes touching the brick of a house. And then when I move into the house, I take all my tools that are required, I go down to the basement and I do moisture checks for the perimeter of the foundation. I check the furnace, the water pump, the water softener unit, and I work my way up checking all aspects of the basement. After that, I do the first floor of the house, checking each and every bedroom, kitchen, living room, fireplace, anything that needs to be looked at. When I finish my inspection, I finish in the attic because that's usually the dirtiest spot and I don't like to track that dirt into the rest of the house.
The general tools that a home inspector will have, obviously flashlight, ladder, cameras, digital cameras, electrical testers of some sort, moisture meters of some sort. Some of us use infrared cameras. There's borescopes, if you need to look down a pipe or something like that. There's a multitude of electronic tools that make a visual, non-invasive, non-destructive inspection pretty easy nowadays.
A client should be present with the home inspector when he's doing a home inspection because it's going to give the home inspector the ability to explain all the details of a home. For example, if you had to change a furnace filter, when you're with the home inspector when he's doing that inspection, at that point in time he's going to say every 6 months you're going to need to change this filter, and he's going to be able to pull it out and show you how to do it and how to put it back in. So as a consumer, it's absolutely encouraged to be present for a home inspection. The average 1,500 square foot home takes about 2 to 2.5 hours to inspect. It takes time to search over everything, including the foundation all the way up to the attic. When you hire a home inspector, you're going to receive a written report that's explaining any issues or maintenance requirements going forward with your home purchase. If you're not satisfied with one aspect of your report, you should have that aspect further evaluated. For example, if the air conditioner could not be inspected because it's below 10 degrees outside, at the first optimal time, get a heating and cooling guy in and fully evaluate that and make sure it's going to continue to operate efficiently.
Best way for a person to go about hiring a home inspector, I would strongly suggest that you start at the time you're thinking about buying a house. I'm going to buy a house. Well, that's the time you should start thinking about who am I going to have as a home inspector? Who's going to be my team, my realtor, my home inspector, my lawyer, and then start doing your research at that point.
To find a home inspector, the best way is to talk to your family and friends who have had experience with home inspection.
Search out associations websites, give people phone calls and talk to them. And then for your home inspector, hopefully you're going to be asking this kind of questions. What's your background? Do you carry insurance?
Do they have a formal training for home inspections? Ask for references. Ask for what kind of report they will provide you.
Whatever your concerns are on that property, you should be asking your home inspector, do you have the background to look for those sorts of issues? If you're buying a condo or a cottage, if you're buying a doghouse, it's a piece of property. So yes, have a home inspection. The condos is one thing to say, I'm buying this little box on the 4th floor, but you're buying a condo. Again, it's an impartial set of eyes looking at your potential purchase.